maybe your favorite driver standing up here in the announcer's booth right now. We're standing by now with Ty Gibbs, NASCAR driver, and of course racing here tonight with High Limit Racing and on Thursday as well. Ty, welcome to the booth here. Pretty good view, huh?
Sorry, yeah, pretty good view for sure. It's cool to kind of see it from this angle, but having a lot of fun. Thanks for letting me come on.
Yeah, absolutely. So we just kind of want to talk to you about how it's been going so far for you. I know you've been answering a lot of questions. The one word I keep hearing is fun. That's the one that you seem to use a lot. Is it fun?
Yeah, definitely fun. The 900 horsepower and super lightweight cars are a lot of fun, and it's always good being on the dirt, right? So it's been really cool, and I think it's helped me out too, especially in the asphalt car. But wishing for a little bit better qualifying result there. I feel like I wish we would have drawn a little bit better and gotten out a little earlier, but we'll see what we can do in the heat race.
We were talking a little bit before we came back on air here, but about the completely different track from the qualifying track on Thursday to the qualifying track here today. How hard has that been for you to try and figure out just the differences coming from the pavement side of things?
For sure, it's definitely different. Going out on complete different track surfaces every single time.
Yep.
But that's actually really fun for me because it gives me a way to learn and search around and kind of understand how the track develops.
Yep.
That's one thing I'm learning and studying on is how the dirt changes and going to different dirt tracks and the different dirts. So it's really fun. It's been super fun and kind of cool to learn how it all works.
Yeah, you were supposed to be at Texarkana on Wednesday. Unfortunately, that one got rained out. So I was talking to Chad a little bit in the pits yesterday, and you guys, it sounds like, I don't know if you can tell us all about it, but the schedule sounds quite ambitious this year. Like I hear you guys are going to a couple races here with us again here soon. I don't know how much you can reveal of that, but you guys are going to be racing a ton this year, right?
Yeah, for sure. I enjoy racing the sprint car a lot, and in the midget as well. So it's been really cool. I think it's been really helpful for me, and I really enjoy racing, and be able to race more besides one time a week is
right.
really helpful for me, especially being young. So I just try to maximize everything I can, maximize my resources, and just race as much as I can. I have nothing else going on, so it's probably better than sitting at home, and I love racing, so just try to race as much as I can. Yeah,
I think Chad mentioned 81 on Wednesday, Lakeside a little bit later on that week, and maybe a couple more Fremont or something like that. So definitely going to be going to quite a diversity of tracks, which is obviously really cool. Now, one guy that you've been helping, or has been helping you out with this whole thing, is Dason Persley. What has he been able to teach you? And I don't know if you know this or not, but he's only got like 30 starts in these cars, so I don't know how much he's been able to help you.
Yeah, he's been very helpful for me. I feel like I'm good friends with Dason as well, so kind of learning some stuff from him and being around him and with the midget as well. So he's been super helpful, and he's a good friend. So yeah, definitely he's done had limited starts, but he's done a really good job, and I think he's gonna be a really good one.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was talking to him earlier on today, and he mentioned that your mom is really big into dirt racing. It sounds like she's got a Flow subscription and everything.
Yeah,
and
she's probably watching right now,
yeah.
honestly. So
he said that apparently she knew more about his stats from his dirt racing last year than he did.
Yeah, I probably assume so. She loves the dirt racing, and she loves racing a lot. So she's been big on pushing me, getting to do this stuff, and
yeah. I'm
kind of getting out of my asphalt world in life, and going back to this racing, and I really enjoy coming here, and I really enjoy that as well. And any chance I can get to go race one of these, I'll for sure make sure to maximize that.
Well, now one thing that was interesting was when the car unloaded here on Thursday, I was kind of confused as to who it was. I was like, we've never seen this guy before, but it was actually your car with a new paint scheme on it, new number font, no more green. So what was the thought behind changing the number? I think Chad told me that you were looking for more of like a kind of an old school font on the car or something.
Yeah, I really enjoy the old school looking race cars, and that's kind of something I wanted to go. I feel like all my cars are pretty modern looking, and so I thought the old school looking number, a little bit of the chrome on there looked cool. Maybe I want to add a little bit more chrome on there, maybe make the whole number chrome, but I just think it looks so cool. Maybe a little wheel cover. I think that'd be cool. I mean, why not?
Might as well, right?
Yeah, might as well. But I just kind of wanted something a little bit more old school and traditional, so that's kind of what we went with. I feel like we kind of looked at some things, and we'll probably change it up a little bit more in the future, but yeah.
Awesome. Well, yeah, it does look good getting around the racetrack. So let's take a quick break here on Flow. We'll come back and talk a little bit more with Ty as we are in the middle of our Fan Fest here at the Texas Motor Speedway Dirt Track. Out up here in the booth with Ty Gibbs, who will be going into the third heat race here in just a few moments. Ty, I was talking to you off the mic a few minutes ago, but so far, 2 high limit racing starts. Vegas and obviously here on Thursday made it straight to the feature out of the heat race. Tonight going to be a little bit tougher. Rolling off from 8th, takes 6, so there's still a chance you can keep the streak alive.
Yeah, there is, and for me, I don't think I have any expectations just besides to get experience and learn. So maybe starting deeper will be helpful for me and help me out a little bit. Yeah, didn't have a great qualifying session there. It was a little bit buried on our draw, and but I definitely, of course, can get a lot better too. So, so we're gonna be rolling off a little bit deep. I'm excited to see what I can do, and I think my car will be really good.
And you said you have room to get better, obviously, but the other guy that has room to get better, and a guy that is kind of new to this wing sprint car game, is obviously Chad Boat, the guy that owns the car. What has he learned here recently? Because it's just weird. When I saw you guys at Vegas, it was just so weird to see Chad Boat at a wing sprint car race, because I've seen him at so many USAC events over the last couple of years, but he's got a lot of learning to do too as well.
Chad's done a great job, and it's super cool to be able to work with him. I think he's done great, and we have Jarrett Martin on our team as well. He's kind of the crew chief too. So we have a lot of great guys around us. I know that they're strong, and we're all learning, and and we're getting better as a team. And I'm having fun running with them, and look forward to a great future with them.
What has been the toughest thing to learn so far in this short amount of time? Right? You got a couple of laps. I think it was I don't remember what track it was at where you guys practiced that a little bit there, but that was by yourself.
Yep.
Go to Vegas, run a race there, run Thursday, and that's it. What's been the toughest thing so far? Has it been being behind other cars, the aero? What's it been like?
Yeah, I think it's the aero, and kind of figuring out how big my car is, and the width of it. It's a lot of new things, and I feel like I've kind of fought a little bit of that in the asphalt car when I was younger too. So just kind of takes a little bit of time to figure that out. And for me, the aero is a lot different too, and car setup and a lot of things. So we're learning a lot, and I'm excited for the future. I know I can get better, but for sure have to bite the bullet down and take it as it is, and just enjoy the ride and enjoy the whole experience, and just work on getting better and learn as much as I can and gaining that experience.
When you run the NASCAR stuff, obviously, I feel like when you're sitting in the seat, the cars, an ARCA car, a truck, they probably all kind of look the same, feel the same. But you get in a sprint car, it doesn't look the same. Have you gotten comfortable yet, at least by yourself? Do you feel comfortable out there when you're driving?
For sure. I definitely feel comfortable, by myself, and feel comfortable with, my car and, how I feel in it. Getting around different people is new to me for sure. And, not really having that experience besides the other night at here. So I don't think Vegas I gained a lot, besides the heat race. So it's just all new, and figuring it out. It's a lot different. The vision's a lot different out of the right side with the wing right there, and just trying to figure it out and get a feel for it.
Well, I think you started in the top 10 on Thursday or right outside of it. Kind of fell back early, but how crucial was that for you to get a full race, all 25 laps, and finish the race?
Yeah, it was really important, and to get a feel for the race and the pace and how it is too. So, it's a lot different. From pulling tear-offs to everything, we don't do that at all in the asphalt car, besides one tear-off maybe, and you could do that for 30 seconds down the backstretch. Yep. So, it's just a lot different, and but yeah, it's a ton of fun. I'm learning a lot, and it's only making me better.
The one thing I will say is I used to race. I wasn't very good. That's why I do this now. But I remember when I raced on dirt, it was you always had to be thinking about, can I move my car here and be better? Can I go over here? And I feel like in the NASCAR stuff, it's not quite as abrupt. If you go to a different line, you're going to gain a bunch of speed. How much are you telling yourself when you're out there on the racetrack, hey, I should maybe try this, or maybe I should move over here?
Yeah, a lot, and I think that helps on the asphalt side. I feel like here you can move up and gain 10, 12 miles an hour.
Right.
Compared on somebody, and a cup stuff maybe like 5 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So the rate of speed's a lot different, and being around guys are a lot different, and it's just in the race pace, and where the guys are running on the track and everything. It's a lot different, but it's really fun having that, and I really enjoy the feeling of hustling the race car and driving it really hard.
And it makes a difference.
For sure, yeah. It makes a difference 100%, and that's kind of what I grew up doing with go-karts and racing and higher downforce cars. But now, you do that and you slow down. So for me to come out here and kind of, I'm a high-strung person, so to burn my energy out driving race cars is only helpful and makes me better. But also, I really enjoy it, and I just enjoy just driving the heck out of it, and just trying to make it happen.
Now, one thing I mentioned a couple times was, like, you do not have to be out here, right? Like, we see guys get hurt in these cars all the time. This is not something that you have to do. It's something that you want to do. And when I say that, I'm thinking, like, do your, your competitors on the NASCAR side of things, they see you do this. Has anybody, besides maybe like a Kyle or a Bell that do this as well, has any of those guys been like, man, like what's it been like? Or are they like, damn, that's cool that you're doing that, or anything like that?
Yeah, I don't know, not much. I feel like maybe I put a little bit of pressure behind people to do it, but also I think I spooked everybody at Vegas, so I don't know how much people are going to do that after that, but I'm happy. I feel like I've got the safest stuff in my car, and just go hammer down. I think you can get hurt in anything. As we've seen, Zilich got hurt in the Xfinity car at Talladega. So it's just part of life, part of racing, and whatever. Just
what you sign up for, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't think about that, so just go hammer down.
Yep, exactly. So, Ty, thanks for coming up here, man, and giving us a couple of minutes, and maybe some people learned something about you here this evening. So thanks for hanging out.
For sure. Thanks for letting me come on. I hope everybody enjoys the show, and hopefully I can make out of this heat race.
We'll see if he can do it. He's going to start 8th in heat number 3. Once again, that's Ty Gibbs, race fans, coming up here and hanging out with us.